Welcome to the show, Jimmy Zero. How are you this evening?
Not too bad, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good, good, good. Let's start off. You're only 19 years old. You've wrestled in Australia, New Zealand, Japan. You're the ASWA Eastern States Champion. How have you accomplished all that at only 19? That's incredible. Like, props to you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no, it is definitely quite an achievement to be able to wrestle in like four countries now.
Mhm.
Um, Honestly, like, I got to do a quick big shout out to my head coach, Keegan Brettle. He's wrestled in Japan, I think, five times now.
Mhm.
Um, but he definitely did help out a lot with sort of getting me into these places. Obviously, you have to send over a resume and you have to impress them in order for them to want to book you. So I think just like a lot of training, um, a lot of guidance, a lot of hard work, and sort of just a lot of sort of investing in yourself, I'd say.
Yeah,
But
awesome.
yeah, no, I'm super grateful to have accomplished all that by now.
What age did you start training?
Started training at 16,
Yeah.
did about 6 months, and then I had my debut match at 17 years old. And from there, just kept going. But like I knew I wanted to be a professional wrestler since I was like five, so I
Yeah.
was just
Just
locked in
chasing that
from
dream.
since then. Yeah.
Yeah. How would you describe your wrestling style and your character for guys who don't know who you are?
Um, Depends where I'm at. In Australia, I'm very arrogant, very cocky, very loudmouth, very disrespectful, offensive, vocal, not afraid to make my opinion heard. But when I'm overseas, I tend to lighten up a bit. I'm a bit nicer, a bit more of a fan favorite.
Mhm.
But I'm definitely like in terms of wrestling style, I'm definitely more of like a high flyer and a striker. I think the air seems to be my best skill set, being in the air, all
Yeah.
aerial skills and all that. Yeah.
So you started watching wrestling when you were 5 years old. Who
Hmm.
who inspires you and your like move set for what you do now? From because obviously you take a lot from what you see when you're a kid and you adjust that and you kind of make it your
Hmm.
own. So who were you watching back when you were just a fan at that point?
Back when I was like five, which being like my earliest memories in life, the earliest memory I had was Dolph Ziggler getting like punted off an apron and hitting his face on the announcement table. And I remember like seeing that as a kid, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like I've never seen anything else like this in my life.
Yeah.
So I think like the whole terms of like selling and sort of getting launched around, I've always sort of derived from him.
Mhm.
I think he's a big inspiration. In terms of like skill set and character, Dean Ambrose, like in 2014, 2015, the whole like unhinged gimmick, if you remember that, like
Yeah.
post Shield.
Hmm.
I don't know, something about his character, how he was like unhinged. It was very cathartic. It was very like as like a 8-year old boy.
Yeah.
I related to it quite a lot, being so hyperactive and everything.
Yeah.
In terms of like skill set and stuff, like in terms of actual moves, a big one I loved to watch growing up was Neville.
Mhm.
He's just a mad high flyer. And yeah, I think those were like the three. I think like the whole Shield in general, like Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles was a big one.
Mhm.
In terms of just WWE international guys, those would probably be my picks. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. You post videos on TikTok, Instagram, all over your socials of you wrestling multiple matches over a short period of time. How do you keep your body so
Yeah.
fresh to be able to do that? Because that's incredible. I think the one I seen you was like 12
Oh,
matches in 5 days, I think.
it was actually 14,
Yeah.
but I didn't even count them in. But yeah, two of the matches broke into tag team matches.
Okay, yeah.
So the first match only would have went for maybe like 3 or 4 minutes. So I didn't count it. I could have counted it for the clickbait, but yeah, it was 14 matches total. Honestly, like a lot of stretching, a lot of warming up, a lot of Danker rub. I've got some here right now. Like this is
Yeah.
just very good for my muscles whenever I'm sore. By the time of like that last match, I actually almost broke my leg in that match.
Mm,
Um, by the time like I was done, as soon as I went backstage, I just collapsed on the floor. Like I just remember
yeah.
I was just like I was living off maybe 6 hours of sleep over the past like 2 days. 12 matches, obviously immensely physical, like bruised and swollen everywhere. So as soon as I got back, I just collapsed. But yeah, I think it's very important, like to be conditioning, to be training hard in the gym, everything like that. because that's ultimately what builds you up.
Hmm.
And obviously, when you're in the ring and you're with someone, obviously it's your responsibility to make sure that you're not killing yourself or your opponent.
Yeah. Do you do a lot of like ice baths and all that as well? And what does a workout look like for you
Yeah,
and
yeah, I
recovery look
do.
like?
Oh, I love a cold shower.
Hmm.
I think that's just really good for just like mentally, it stimulates you and it wakes you up a bit more. It's like natural endorphins. Protein, obviously, to replenish the muscles and the glycogen, carbs, all that energy. I think for me, it looks like maybe a hot bath when I get home, bit of like deep heat, and then maybe a cold shower. Like bath salts are a big thing I use as well.
Yeah.
All sorts of different things. And I think obviously as I'm young, it's a bit of a blessing right now, but I'm sure in 10, 15 years time, it'll catch up. I keep getting told, just wait a couple of years and you'll feel it.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously, like I am feeling it now. Like my shoulder's very like swollen and sore at the moment. It's very stiff. Occasionally I'll have like sciatica flare ups in my body, which is not good. My back's usually very sore and stuff. So it is a very physical thing. It isn't, like I'm waking up the next day springing out of bed.
Yeah.
It does feel like I'll be in a car crash.
You've had the opportunity to
But
wrestle
yeah, it's all
someone
right.
who's done it all in Austin Aries.
Mm,
How was
mm.
that experience for you, and how much did you take away from someone like that?
Oh, look,
How did that
like
come about? How did that even start? We'll go right. How did that even start for you?
so yeah, no. So my promotion, All Star Wrestling Australia, they booked him for a show, and we ended up doing like a tour around like regional New South Wales, and even Victoria as well. So I got to wrestle him twice, both in a singles and a fatal four way. But like no, like he's got such a brilliant mind, and like the way he thinks about wrestling. He's someone who I could definitely look towards because I if you watch his matches back from like 2000s Ring of Honor and stuff,
Mm,
he's wrestling a very similar style to me in terms of like very like risky and very physical, doing a
yeah,
lot of stuff, like a
that
lot of
like
moves, and
TNA
a lot of
X
stuff.
Division kind
Yeah,
of time frame,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And he still does. Like I saw a video of him like maybe a week ago taking a poison runner off like the middle or top rope in Mexico.
Hmm.
Like, but he's so good in terms of sort of teaching that less is more in some circumstances, and you don't have to do so many big moves. And wrestling is all about preserving your body and keeping you um, fit and healthy, and being smart when you're in the ring. And I think that was a big thing, both as a pro wrestler and an athlete. But no, he's got such a great mind. I met him for the first time when I was like 12 years old,
Oh,
and I got the fan, yeah. And so to wrestle him 7 years later, um, 6 years later, whatever,
yeah.
it was a pretty full circle moment for me. So yeah.
What was the crowd like for those shows? With
Oh, mate, Cobar it's outback New South Wales, and like not much happens in Cobar, I don't think. Because when we came, like all hell broke loose. Like kids were throwing like glasses and cups at me, and like the police were called, and like it was insane. Like those crowds pop off.
yeah,
And if you're a bad guy, yeah, as soon as the show's done, you got to run.
yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be surprised if they come back with bats and stuff. It's crazy.
And it's so
Cook.
that's like weirdly, as a heel, that's real like rewarding for you. Like you've
Yeah,
done a good job.
yeah, yeah. My goal, if I come out and there's dead silence, nothing's worse than that. Like nothing's worse than that. Like if I come out and like no one's booing and nothing's happening, it's a very like awkward moment. So when I go out there, I want to be as hated as possible. Like I want people screaming at me. I want people swearing at me. I know a lot of my friends or like family members will be like, "How does that make you feel? Like, does that hurt your feelings?" And it's like, well, they're not angry at me. They're angry at Jimmy Zero. They're angry at this guy who is an absolute narcissist, douchebag, everything. So
Mhm.
it is very rewarding in a sense. Yeah.
You're coming to the end now of 2025. What's been your highlight
Mm.
of the year so far,
Oh,
or highlights?
honestly, like in February, I made my interstate debut, which was the tour with Austin Aries, wrestling Austin Aries as well. In March, I made my international debut in South Korea, like the youngest Aussie to do that. Oh,
Hmm.
yeah, just wrestling in South Korea, Japan, New Zealand, debut for New Japan Pro Wrestling in Tamashi in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I just think like this year has like if you had told me back in January that this is what 2025 looked like for me, like I probably would have laughed. I don't think it's actually insane. It's
Mhm.
so surreal, like just wrestling wise, how defining like this year has been for my career. Like we're only 2 years in. In fact, yeah, in 3 days time, the 26th. That's the day I made my debut back in 2023. So to think like this is 2 years in is for me,
Yeah.
it's like I'm so grateful and it's like actually insane. I'm really blessed and very lucky. God
Do
bless.
you do you find your social media presence helps you a lot to kind of
Yeah,
build that character for you? And how do you come up with the idea of like posting a lot of these clips and kind of like forging your character that way?
I think to me, like I think the big mistake a lot of people make with social media and stuff is like there is a market for wrestling, but it's not that big. Like in terms of everyone using social media, not everyone watches wrestling. And like if you post a clip of you doing like a Hurricane Run or something, like what I was doing at the start, some people will like it, but it's really likely not going to go far. You gotta branch out and get different videos that a lot of people can sort of appreciate and watch. And so I think a lot of this crowd heat is sort of a win-win because like in one term I get to sort of establish my character at a show and get people to hate me. But I also get to get views off it. Like just the reels alone of me like, interacting with the crowd, like on Instagram, I think one of them got like 2.6 million
Yeah.
and the other ones are getting like hundreds of thousands. And I'm just like all that stuff there is like really good for the socials because it doesn't matter if you're a wrestling fan or not. There's something about sort of like arguments and like insults and comedy in it that
Mhm.
people can appreciate, and I think that's the big thing of it. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. What's your goal? What do you have any big goals for next year? What are you sort of striving to
Mm.
achieve going forward?
Next year, there's a lot of matches I want to happen. A lot of places I want to wrestle. Big one would be America. I think I'm gonna take that one off next year.
Hmm.
Um, Europe, especially like England. Like half my family's from England, so I think like that would be a cool place to tick off, and the wrestling scene there is huge as well. I want to wrestle back in Japan and South Korea again. Like those are some incredible places. I met a lot of really cool people there. New Zealand as well. Like I think I just want to wrestle more and branch out further and sort of expand my horizons. I think that would be the main goal.
Yeah.
In terms of like overarching, like one day hope to be signed. That would be that's the main goal.
Hmm. Awesome. Hey, thank you very much for your time. Hey, wrap this up. I've got a little fun game. It's a quick fire 10 questions. Nothing to do
Let's
with
do it. Let's do it.
wrestling. It's just random ass questions.
Oh, easy. I love it.
Let's go. Question one. What was for lunch today?
Chicken and rice and carrots.
Pickles in your burger, yeah or nah?
Yes, 100%. Yes.
What would your superpower be?
Uh, Flying.
Your favorite song of all time?
Every single time. Um. Uh. This one's a rough one. I'd probably say "Blue Eyed Boy" by Trophy Eyes. It's a good song. It's a good song.
Your worst injury to date?
Oh, honestly, just like the whole accumulation of just like bruises and like the chronic injuries, I think would be
Yeah.
the worst one.
What's at the top of your personal bucket list?
Personal bucket list. Oh, I don't know. Just to live a good life, and I mean, like as a Christian, like serve Jesus would be a big thing. Just be like a better person. That would be the top of the bucket list. Yeah,
Pineapple on pizza, yeah or nah?
100% yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Would you rather never shower again or never brush your teeth again?
Can I use wet wipes instead of a shower?
Yep, yep.
I'd rather never shower again. Then I'll use the wet wipes.
If you could be anyone for a day, who would it be?
If I could be anyone for a day, oh, uh, that's a hard. I'd never thought of that. Uh, I don't know. I'd say that's a rough. I got no idea. I'd be a billionaire, so I can hand out money. That's a good one.
Who would be your dream opponent to wrestle?
Oh, I think for sentimental value, because I like he's my big inspiration in wrestling. Like he's the reason I really got into it. It would be a local guy here in Sydney. He's wrestled for New Japan. Robbie Eagles. I think that would be a lot of people would say someone like John Cena, but solely for sentimental value, that would
Hmm.
probably be my match. Because like without like me watching him when I was younger, I probably wouldn't be where I am today.
Perfect. That is so good. Hey, thank you for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.